Hey guys, Dave from Cook and Share here. Today we're making up some simple and delicious donuts, but to make them even more yummy, I'm going to fill them with my favorite strawberry jam. I know you can't wait to get started, so let's begin. We're going to get started here by activating the yeast, and what I have is some instant yeast, and I'm going to add this to a quarter of a cup of warm milk. This is about 110 degrees. Followed by 2 teaspoons of sugar. I'm just going to take my spoon here and give this a good stir just until it's well combined and kind of dissolved. Then I'm just going to set this aside in a warm place until it's nice and foamy and bubbly, and this should take, I'd say about 5 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to begin making the dough, and what I have here is 2 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm going to combine this with half a teaspoon of salt, and here's a little test for you. Why do you use salt in baking? Drop us a comment below and I'll give you the answer in the next video. By the way, don't be cheating on Google that. I want the answer to come from your mind. Okay, so now we're going to add in 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm milk, an egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and our foamy and frothy activated yeast mixture. So I'm just going to take my mixer here with the dough attachments and mix this up until the dough forms. You can use a spatula as well, it's just a little bit more work. This is about the texture you want. You want it so it's kind of not sticking to the sides of the bowl. If it's a little too wet and gooey, simply add a little bit more flour. Next, what we're going to do here is lightly flour a surface. Place the dough on, and we're going to knead this, I'd say for about 5 minutes, just by rocking it back and forth until it becomes smooth and elastic. So what we're going to do now is coat our bowl with some cooking spray. You can use butter or oil, whatever you've got on hand. Place the dough in. Spray a little bit more on top of the dough. Cover it with our handy dandy cling wrap. Place it in a warm, dry place. I actually put mine in the microwave, but of course don't turn it on, for about an hour until it doubles in size. After about an hour it's doubled in size, and look at that, my cling wrap looks like an astrodome. So I'm just going to take it off, give the dough a few taps to release the air. Then what we're going to do is reflour our surface again. Put the dough on, and I'm just going to kind of spread this out with my hands a little bit. Then take my roller and roll this out until it's, I'd say about 1/4 of an inch thick. After that, I'm going to go ahead and punch the donuts out, and I'm using a bowl that's about, I'd say 4 or 5 inches in diameter. You can use whatever template you have on hand. So once I punch them out, I'm going to remove the excess dough, and don't throw it out. Of course, you're going to re-roll this and make it into more donuts. And I'm going to set these aside on a baking tray that I've greased up just so they don't stick. Alright, at this point in time what you want to do is add some vegetable oil to a pan, and this is about 2 or 3 inches deep. Of course you can use a deep fryer as well. So we're going to heat the oil up over high heat until it reaches about 350 degrees. And if you don't have a thermometer, you can always tell by putting a bit of the dough in. If it sizzles and does all kinds of violent things, you'll know it's ready. Once the oil is ready, we're going to reduce the heat to about medium because you don't want the donuts to cook too fast and burn. Place the donuts in and cook them for about, I'd say, 1.5 minutes. Flip them over and let them cook for the same amount of time on the other side. Something cool I've kind of noticed, once the donuts are done and they reach the nice golden brown, they kind of stop bubbling in the oil. While the donuts are frying, don't forget to click that subscribe button and you'll never miss a video. Now the donuts are done, and I really like the color and texture of these. I'm just going to set them aside on a wire rack and repeat the process for the rest of the donuts. And look at this, guys, don't they look great? Okay, now that the donuts are done and cooling, it's time to add your favorite strawberry jam to a piping bag. And if you don't have a piping bag, you can simply use a Ziploc bag with a tip in it. Then what we're going to do is take a good sharp knife and make an incision into the donut, I'd say about 3/4 of the way through. Insert the tip and inject the donut with the filling. This kind of sounds like a surgical procedure, doesn't it? To finish things off, I'm just going to simply dust our donuts with some confectioner sugar. And there you have it, our freshly made strawberry jam filled donuts. These have a beautiful color, incredible texture, and they are so yummy. Head on over to cookandshare.com for this recipe and many more baking recipes. And don't forget to click subscribe and like our videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.